Hello there, it's Petrina again with Do You Have a Couple of Minutes? And today I want to know if you have a couple of minutes to continue with me and finish up our series on the book of Proverbs. And I made it to chapter 31, or we've made it to chapter 31 of the book of Proverbs. So, as has been our custom, we are going to share a few verses and some commentary in our short minutes together. I'm going to start out with verse number 8, verses 8 and 9 of chapter 31, which read, "Speak up for those who cannot speak for themselves, for the rights of all who are destitute. Speak up and judge fairly. Defend the rights of the poor and the needy." So we've gone through this whole book on wisdom and how we are to interact, how we are to allow our actions and our behaviors to be such that other people help move us up, acknowledge us, want to listen to us and be around us because we're exercising discernment, wisdom, knowledge, and even temper. When we are exercising those things, then we get to this point in chapter 31 where it's talking about speaking up for those who cannot speak for themselves. So if we're exercising all of these things, now we're in this position to be able to do good for others, to be people of influence, to help those that are unable to help themselves, to ensure rights for people who are destitute, to make sure that people are treated fairly, and to defend the rights of those who may not be in a position to be able to defend their own rights. So we've talked about how wisdom and knowledge has fruits for us, how there are benefits to it. And this is one of those benefits that allows us to be able to help others, not only because we're being listened to, but now we have the knowledge and wisdom to be able to see situations for what they are and to be able to communicate those things to others for the greater good and benefit. Now, chapter 31 of the book of Proverbs is also known about that it has verses about a wife of noble character. And that's actually how the chapter ends. And there are definitely things within this chapter that I think are beneficial for everyone to be aware of or to check out because it talks about behaviors that can be exuded. It talks about intentionality of purpose, of taking care of business. But I wanted to speak to just two verses that talk about character. And those are verses 25 and verse 26. So, verse 25 reads, and it's talking about the wife of a noble character. It reads, "She is clothed with strength and dignity. She can laugh at the days to come." So I like that idea about this is a person that has knowledge, that has wisdom, and it gives her strength to be the person who she's called to be. It gives her the ability to hold her head high in dignity because she's doing all the things that she needs to do. And she's seeking after wisdom and she's taking care of the things that she needs to take care of. She's a hardworking person and even has people working with her. If you read a little bit about this woman. Now, the next verse reads, "She speaks with wisdom, and faithful instruction is on her tongue." And I like that because, of course, it's demonstrating character, but it's another thing that we can aspire to, that we all have the ability to do. It doesn't cost us anything per se other than our pursuit, our diligent pursuit, right? Because we've talked about the pursuit of knowledge and wisdom that is greater than rubies or riches, meaning that we really are going to be diligent in seeking after it. We're going to make choices to seek after it that others that are looking for gold or silver might not make, but we understand that it's going to have greater benefit in our life. So she speaks with wisdom, and faithful instruction is on her tongue. So she's mindful about the things that she's saying, how she's saying them, and what impact they can have. And I think that's a good place to leave off because that's this whole book of Proverbs. We've been talking about the benefit of wisdom and how it can help us and how we need to be mindful of the things that we're doing and be able to utilize that wisdom and that knowledge for the greater good. And that's what this wife of noble character is showing us that she is doing in verses 25 and 26. And with that, that concludes our review or study or all of our sessions on the book of Proverbs. I hope that you found that this session has been an inspiring session, that it has been something that has caused you to think, to learn, to grow, to want to seek back and go back and look at some of these scriptures yourself. And I hope that if you enjoyed these messages, that you shared them with others so that they can come along our learning journey as well. They're always available, not only on Facebook or LinkedIn or Instagram or TikTok, if it's still going on by the time I record this, or YouTube, but they're also available anywhere you listen to your normal podcasts. So Spotify, iTunes, Podbean, all those different locations, you can find this podcast and you can listen to it on demand and you can share it with others or different sessions with others. So I hope that you are doing that. And again, I hope that you go back and check out a chapter 31 of Proverbs. As always, I'm very appreciative that you've joined me here today and that you joined me for this session. And I look forward to seeing you next time. Until then, bye bye.